RiRi left sobbing after ASAP Rocky's heartwarming gesture. The night air in Los Angeles was warm and quiet, carrying the faint scent of jasmine from the gardens surrounding the hillside mansion. Inside the house, soft piano music drifted through the halls. Candles flickered across the living room, their golden glow reflecting off glass walls that overlooked the entire city. From up here, the lights of Los Angeles looked like a sea of tiny stars. But tonight, despite the beauty surrounding her, Rihanna, RiRi to the world, sat alone on the couch, deep in thought. She wore a simple silk robe, her hair loosely tied back, no cameras, no flashing lights, no red carpets, just silence. For the past few weeks, life had been overwhelming. Her business empire demanded constant attention. Meetings, travel, recordings, interviews, everything seemed to happen all at once. And while she loved her work, something inside her had started to feel heavy, exhausted. Even the strongest stars sometimes needed a moment to breathe. RiRi leaned her head back and closed her eyes. Just a minute of peace, she whispered to herself. But across the house, someone had been watching. Someone who knew her better than almost anyone. ASAP Rocky, the quiet plan. Rocky stood in the kitchen, leaning against the counter with a small smile on his face. He had noticed it weeks ago, the tired look in her eyes, the way she tried to hide it whenever people asked if she was okay. But Rocky knew. He always knew. Tonight, he had decided something. He wanted to remind her of something important. Not the fame, not the success, not the millions of fans around the world, but the woman he fell in love with long before the world saw her as a global icon. He checked his phone one last time. Everything was ready. Perfect. He took a deep breath and walked into the living room. The first surprise. RiRi opened her eyes when she heard footsteps. "Rocky?" she asked softly. He stepped into the candlelight, wearing a relaxed hoodie and a calm smile. "Hey," he said gently. She smiled faintly. "You've been quiet tonight." Rocky shrugged playfully, just thinking. He walked over and sat beside her. For a moment, neither of them spoke. They simply looked out over the glowing city. Then Rocky reached for the remote and pressed a button. Suddenly, the massive television screen on the wall flickered to life. RiRi frowned slightly. "What's this?" Rocky didn't answer. Instead, the screen began playing a video. A journey through time. The video started with a grainy clip. Young Rihanna laughing backstage during one of her earliest performances. Then another clip. Her first major award show. Another. Behind-the-scenes footage of her recording music late at night. RiRi slowly sat forward. "Rocky, what is this?" The video continued. Moments from her career flashed across the screen. Concerts, interviews, fashion shows, charity work. But mixed between them were something even more personal. Clips of her laughing with family, private moments with friends, little memories that most people had never seen. And then, clips of her and Rocky together. Their first public appearance. Laughing during late-night studio sessions, holding hands at fashion shows, quiet moments behind the scenes when no one else was watching. RiRi's hand slowly rose to her mouth. Oh my God. The messages. Then the video changed again. A new clip appeared. Her mother, smiling warmly. "Robin," she said softly, using Rihanna's real name. "You've always been the strongest woman I know. I'm proud of you every day." RiRi's eyes widened. Another video appeared. A longtime friend. Then a producer she had worked with years ago. Then a childhood teacher. Each one shared a message. Words of love, words of pride. Stories about the girl they once knew who dreamed big. RiRi's eyes began to fill with tears. She looked over at Rocky. "You did this?" He nodded quietly. But the video wasn't finished. The final message. The screen faded to black. For a moment, there was silence. Then Rocky appeared on the screen. A recorded video of himself sitting in the same living room. RiRi blinked in surprise. Video Rocky looked directly into the camera. If you're watching this, it means the surprise worked." RiRi let out a small emotional laugh through her tears. "I know the world sees you as this unstoppable superstar," he continued. "But I see something else." His voice softened. "I see the woman who stays up late helping friends solve their problems. The woman who laughs at the dumbest jokes. The woman who gives everything she has to the people she loves." RiRi's tears began rolling down her cheeks now. Rocky's voice in the video grew emotional. "And sometimes you forget how incredible you really are." The video ended with him saying one final sentence. "So tonight, I just wanted to remind you. The screen went black. The real Rocky RiRi slowly turned toward him. Her face was covered in tears. "You did all that? For me?" Rocky shrugged softly. "You deserved it." She shook her head, overwhelmed. "You contacted all those people? Found all those clips?" "Yeah." "Why?" Rocky looked at her gently. "Because you've spent your whole life lifting everyone else up." He paused. "I thought someone should lift you up for once." That was it, the final moment. The words she didn't know she needed. RiRi suddenly covered her face as emotion completely took over. She began sobbing uncontrollably, not from sadness but from something deeper. Relief, love, gratitude. The tears, Rocky instantly wrapped his arms around her. She buried her face in his shoulder as tears poured down her cheeks. "I can't believe you did that," she cried. "You're worth it," he whispered. She shook her head, still crying. "No, you don't understand." Her voice broke. "I've been so overwhelmed lately." Rocky held her tighter. "I know. I didn't want anyone to see it." "You didn't have to say anything," he said softly. "I could tell." She pulled back slightly, looking at him through tear-filled eyes. "How did I get so lucky?" Rocky laughed quietly. "I ask myself that every day." She leaned forward and hugged him again, even tighter this time. The real meaning outside. The city continued glowing beneath the night sky. Millions of people moved through their lives below, unaware of the quiet moment happening above them. But inside the mansion, something simple and powerful had just happened. A reminder that even the brightest stars sometimes needed someone to remind them they were loved. RiRi wiped her tears and looked at Rocky again. "You know you just ruined my makeup, right?" Rocky grinned. "Worth it." She laughed through her tears. Then she kissed him gently. "Thank you," she whispered. And for the first time in weeks, the weight on her heart felt lighter, much lighter.